Hi everyone, this is G.C9 from G.C9 Kitchens. Today we are going to make a classic Earl Grey macaron along with Earl Grey buttercream filling. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all the steps and ingredients you are going to need. Let's start making the dry ingredients. I will start with 85 grams almond flour in the food processor, 155 grams sugar powder, and then I need 2 Earl Grey tea bags. It is about like 6 grams of Earl Grey tea into the food processor. So now I'm going to combine them into the food processor. This is going to help to make the mixer a little bit more fine. After that, you're going to pour into the sift. I'm going to sift these ingredients 2 times just to make sure there's no bigger chunk left to the mix. This is going to help to make a smooth, nice looking shell. So now let's put it aside and then we're going to combine them to the egg white later. For the wet ingredient, I'm going to put 3 large egg white into the mix bowl and use the hand mixer to beat them at a high speed. In the meanwhile, I will add 65 grams of sugar and divide them into 2 batches and keep beating it until they are foamy. Look at that, we're almost done. Before we move on to the next step, I recommend to preheat the oven to 375 Fahrenheit. And now I'm going to combine the wet and the dry ingredients together. And I'm going to add half of the dry ingredient to the egg white and fold them until they are combined. Gently fold them up from the bottom of the bowl. This process is going to take a little bit more time until they're really combined. And then we're going to add the rest of the dry ingredient and keep folding it until they are smooth and thick. You want to keep folding until the mixture becomes ribbon-like 8-figure. This is how you tell it's done and it's ready to transfer to the piping bag. Alright, next I'm going to have my round tip, put it inside the piping bag, push it all the way through the bottom of the bag to use the scissor to keep it off right at that point. And then push the round tip to the pointy end until it fits perfectly. And this is how I do to twist the bag to hold the tip tight. Once it's done, you can put the piping bag to the glass holder. And now you can easily scoop the mixer to the piping bag. After you put the mixture into the piping bag, and be sure you leave at least a ½ inch of the space from the round tip. It is to avoid the mess before piping. Once you have the piping bag ready, you can go ahead to pipe around 1½ inch onto the baking sheet. Once you're done piping, you can go ahead and tap the baking tray for 5 to 6 times to remove the air bubble and rest at the room temperature for 15 minutes. I use double tray to reduce the bottom heat to bake at 375 Fahrenheit for 18 minutes. Once baking is done, let it cool completely before filling. In the meanwhile, we can do the buttercream. We need 2 egg yolks in the bowl, 1/4 cup of sugar. Then just beat until it combines. It looks pretty much done. Let's put it aside and then we can use it later to combine the milk tea. To make milk tea, we need 6 grams of Earl Grey tea into the cooking pan and 3½ tablespoons of milk, and then simmer for 2 minutes. Keep stirring during the cooking process. Once it is done, let it cool for 3 minutes, and then sift to remove the Earl Grey tea from the liquid. Voila, you got the milk tea. And now we're going to combine the milk tea to the egg mixture. It just needs to mix until it's well combined. So once the mixture combined, then we're going to pour into the cooking pan. We're going to use the low heat to cook this and then keep on stirring until it turns creamy. It looks like a creamy milkshake, and it is done. Then we're going to put it aside and use to combine the butters later. So we got 7 tablespoons of unsalted butter at the room temperature. I'm going to smash a little bit more to soften a little bit. And then I'm going to combine the tea mixture and the butter together. We're going to use the hand mixer to mix until it well combined and smooth. Look at that, this is how it's supposed to turn out, nice and smooth. So once the mixture is done, you can transfer it to the piping bag. Again, when you put the mixture in the piping bag, be sure that you leave ½ inch of space from the round tip. That is to avoid the mess before piping. Alrighty, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy watching this video and get something out of it. And here are the ingredients, and hope you can continue following GC9 Kitchens. Okay, bye-bye.